Yay, I think we're live. I think so. I think so. Let me see. I'm just going to make sure that you guys, I wonder if, I hope this is like not, I think it's unlisted. Huh. I'm reading messages from you guys, and you guys are so awesome. I'm so excited for this workshop today. So I decided to hop in a little early. And I know that you guys will be getting your links to join the workshop in a few. Um, I'm sorry, I'm getting messages from people and I'm like, I love you guys. Okay, let me see. Let me just make sure all is well. Live class link. Yes. So if you are here, you can definitely say hello. I know links are going out at in 15 minutes. So we're going to just wait for everyone to shuffle in. I just wanted to be here early to make sure that we had no technical difficulties and such. I'm so excited. Hello? 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 We're not getting service here. Can I?
was being lazy. I didn't get this ring light. All right, here we go. I'm like, duh, what? Let me just go get this ring light. It's all dull and stuff, and I know your lighting is probably lit. So I think you're still on mute, I think, but let me go get my ring light.
That's what it is.
I was
We're
like,
live. That's what it is.
I was like, let me go get it. I was like, only reason why I didn't get the ring light is because I know that most of the time it's going to be on the slides anyway.
Yeah, it will. And you look fine from my end. Like, girl, you actually have a nice soft lighting going on.
Gonna come beat. I was like, let me usually these girls get a little highlighter and mascara. Be like, happy Wednesday, y'all.
Oh my gosh, Maddie, I'm done with you.
I need to go. Sephora is so far away from my house, so I've just been using products that I get sent, and nothing does my eyebrows like that Anastasia brow is.
Really?
I've been using Lash Star, which is cute. I was surprised, girl. Look, I still got makeup on my but yeah, and I don't like, I'm just like, the fact that you use black for your eyebrows, I am always blown away by that.
You know why I do it so lightly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, girl, you keep on saying you use black, and I'm like, this bitch lying. She just wants credit. Okay, girl, sure, you use black. But
I'm done with you. Done.
Because some people be using soft brown and looking like struggle. So it's really all about your application.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Really
like, it's really about how you apply it. Because a lot of people, girl. Oh my gosh, we have 23 people on here already.
Oh, nice. They can see us talking and everything?
Yes, they can. Oh, okay. I think so, yeah. I told them it was going to be organic because
we're very candid. See it or whatnot. So because I don't see anything in the chat. But
you know what? It's a discus. So if you I should have told you that. You actually have to log into Thinkific. I can send you you're already enrolled in it.
Yeah. Let me see.
And so it's a discussion. So
Aspen
is mocking us right now. She's like,
I was like, oh, maybe I should behave myself.
We have to get it together.
Got my act together real quick.
Right?
Got my. Let me see.
Yeah, you could actually click on the same link, and I have it opened like as a small box, so I can kind of see what they're saying on the side.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Okay. I'm really excited.
Me too. I really am.
I'm just gonna sign in, and I'll mute that page.
Awesome. I'm gonna release the course materials now. I almost completely forgot about that.
Trust me, I know that feeling. Oh, hold on. What is my password?
I wonder if you ever changed it from when I created it. And I can't even remember. It was something really basic though that I put.
Oh, maybe I just have to go back and look. Oh yeah, I just need to go back and look. Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be in an email.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Really, real basic.
Real basic.
Real simple and
people are still sharing on Twitter.
Oh, nice. This is Supercharged. I'm excited.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Ianthea, I do use black on my brows, but I'm really light-handed with it. So it doesn't look cray-cray. Oh my God. They're like, we can hear you guys.
So sorry. I thought it was like a secret.
It was at first, and so
discussion, guys. But yes.
Are you getting it? Can you see the You might have to mute because the video is
I did. So I'm seeing it now. So I'm trying to figure out because I've never used Discus Live like as a chat. So
I know, but it's really cool. I kind of really like it from when I used it, and it's built into Thinkific. So you just create. Yeah, it's really really cool. So
really good. Okay. Oh, okay. So everything's at the top. Okay. Okay.
I know people are still like shuffling in.
Yeah, no, it's still, we're doing good on time. I was like, let me make sure I get in there.
Oh my gosh. I started doing my makeup like around 6, like, girl.
Oh, you're good. Because I got it. My nephew's birthday, so we had to make the phone call. And
right.
I'm at my office, so I had to call Chris at home, and then we had to freeway. It was a lot.
I can imagine.
And then now he's like sending me encouraging, you got this, babe. It's going to be a great webinar. And I'm like,
Chris is so awesome. I swear he's like the most awesome person. Like man.
You guys know the little emojis? So we that's like our thing. We created a emoji of ourselves, and that's all we say.
Oh. And I'm always showing Tyree Mesa. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I go crazy for that's the only like child that I know that can give me like some baby fever. Like
girl, I can lend her to you for a day, and I'm sure that baby
it will disappear.
Cool off all of a sudden. Cool off. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. Is there a way to yes, you can. Actually, I don't want to mispronounce your name. So I'll say Krishinda. Let me know if I'm right. You can actually. So what happens is when you fill that form out, it goes automatically to your email. So as soon as you get that email, you can actually just print it out, so you guys can use that to actually build a video. So I'm going to go through it with you guys so that you're not like totally confused about the process. So this is really the process of video.
For anybody else, your audio started going out. Does my audio sound weird?
No, yours sounds good.
Okay. You sound good now, but then it just did something weird. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I hope my internet is behaving itself because
the hate is real. The enemy's gonna try to hate on this. They're trying to give on a Wednesday.
Right.
I'm gonna put in my headphones because I know this can get kind of echoey because the ceilings are kind of high.
You know what? Let me take my earrings off because sometimes that
can run interference. I'm telling you, the littlest things can run.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me dismantle myself.
Right. Dismantle, yes.
Girl.
Oh, hilarious.
Like so many screens.
Yeah, there's so many screens. I'm like, should I get water? Because my last
I think you should.
My last master class, I became Jadakiss and just choked on the air 50% of the time. So let me get my Jadakiss free liquid.
Okay, Anthea. Well, I'm wondering then if you heard what I said. So I was saying that you can print out I was actually saying that to Krishinda. Right? So yes, you can copy it. Hey, Gigi made it. Raven said, "Oh my God, it's Maddie."
Yay! I'm still trying. Hey, Raven. Yes, Gigi made it. Okay, perfect. I recognize Gigi made it from Twitter.
Aww.
Yes.
And you guys, if you haven't shared, go ahead, Maddie.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, if you haven't shared that you're with us, share it so that we can actually see that you are here. And
so we can see. I see Aspen.
Yes.
One of my fave people. Yes, right? I see Aspen. I see Latoya. I see everybody. I always ask you this, but I think it's Ianthea. I was about to ask
or
too. Is it Ianthea? I'm like, is it Ianthea or Ianthea?
You're actually
I feel like it's Ianthea. But I take that very seriously because when people mispronounce your name, your mama didn't name me for me to get it wrong. So make sure I get it right. Hey, Amber from Philly. I'm finally going through the whole list. So I know I'm late. Ianthea. Yes. Okay.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, love you too. And Jadakiss. Yes, girl. Jadakiss. Anybody who was in my last masterclass, I mean, it was Struggle Fest 2017.
I can imagine.
Hey, it's Sebastian and Sam and Tora. I love seeing all these familiar faces.
I know, that just makes everything so
I'm
epic.
just so excited to talk about video because this is literally like in the top 3 priorities of like everything that I have going on for Maddie James,
Yeah.
really. You know what I mean? So, hey, Bree from Detroit. This one.
I'm excited about that because going into the last quarter, I saw that you started producing even more video, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're really serious. Like the team and I were really like focused. We're just like crank it up and stuff. I mean, your content is so beautiful. Like we talked about it briefly, and I was like, "Girl, why you look so you look shiny?" I'm like, I don't look that. I was like, "What kind of HD do you have? Is that a like extra? Is that like a paid offering?"
Right.
The filter.
You know what's crazy? I think that's why brands reach out for me to create content.
Girl,
for
yes, because they want to look shiny. They want to look shiny and new.
I am done with you, Maddie. I'm so done.
Anthea said her ring light is on the way. Honestly, though, I gotta say, once you get that ring light, I feel like your life low-key changes when you start filming stuff. When you get that ring light, sets you on fire.
It really does. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Lit. I didn't even see you. Yes, a ring light can definitely definitely step your game up.
Oh yeah, no, it changes everything. It changes everything. Well, awesome. I'm excited. Do you want to wait and let some more people trickle in? I know it's 3 after 8. Okay, yeah, for sure. I always like to give like that 5-6 minutes.
I know, right? So that people can really get in. Thanks, Raven. You're so sweet. We got to do what we got to do, you know. It's sad, but
Hey, Morgan. Hey, LaShawn. Hey, is it Tay or Ty? Because I always, when I see TAI, I always think of Ty from Clueless. Because that is how basic I am. So forgive me if I ruined it. Hey, Chantel from the UK.
Ew.
Oh my gosh, it's midnight there. Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, you are dedicated.
Yeah, we really appreciate you for this.
Sam, if you get a ring light and you use it with your umbrellas, let me tell you,
lit. If I go get my ring light right now and you guys saw the difference it made, because right now it's just umbrellas and my soft boxes. So I'm using 2 sets of lights, but that ring light sets it off, okay? Yes. Sets it off, you know? But I will tell you what, like my umbrellas were really good to me for a really long time. Like just because you learn how to maximize.
You do.
You know?
That is true.
Hey, thanks. Knick-Knack said, we both look amazing. Thanks.
Aw, thank you.
Sam, you're going to change your life with that ring light. You're going to be like, what was I doing?
Right?
Yes.
Sam said he's ordering tonight.
Yeah, ordering tonight. And Ty said it is, in fact, like shirt and tie. So praise him. Hey, Daphne.
Hey, Daphne. Oh, my gosh. You guys are so awesome. These comments are moving like the quickness.
Yeah, no, I'm like, oh, wait. I'm like, and you know, we're on a little bit of a delay too. So yes. I'm trying to also remember that.
I keep forgetting that. You're absolutely right.
I always forget that. Hey, Ashley. Yay. No, I'm super excited, man. Like the content that Zaylee has for you guys tonight. Actually, what you should get is some water and some olive oil for your scalp, because when your edges are removed, it gets a little fresh. It gets a little, tender. So I'm telling you, she doesn't have fast. She's coming with it. And I think because I think in both of our experiences, we both know how valuable video content has been to our personal brand. So I am so hyped for tonight. I'm super excited.
So true, so true. Video is like everything. And you guys are definitely going to get the real from 2 people that do create video content. So
I'm so stoked. Awesome. LaShawn said she got a ring light during a Black Friday on that good major sale. Now that was smart. You got a regular size one and a small ring light for my desk and a freaking travel ring light. Girl,
You ring light out like, yeah.
she has a ring light for every occasion. I love that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the ring light makes the eyes look different. Yeah, because the light reflects in like
That's
the pupils
true.
of the
Yep.
eye. Yeah. Yeah, I need
I
to get
actually have a
on.
blog post. I should drop that in here because everybody's like, ring light, ring light.
Girl, drop that in there. Stop playing.
All right.
Yeah, Summer, get that ring light. Look, I'm like, ring light it out. Like, ring light it up. I gotta get these nails done tomorrow. Me too. Tomorrow.
Mine are horrible.
Yeah, I mean, you just try to do the best you can. But mine look like Who Shot John and Why. So
and my cuticles right now are a mess too. It's like, ugh.
My cuticles look like somebody with cleats on had like an 8-10 stomp contest.
I am done with it. I spoke about that in an email. I said Maddie and her words. I don't know where you get this stuff from. And it happened so quickly.
I'm just saying, that's like, it comes from the truth because that is exactly what it looks like. It looks like somebody had cleats on and did the moonwalk.
Oh my gosh. It reminds me of us when you were in New York and we were at the restaurant. I never laughed that hard in my life. Oh my gosh.
It's like when Chris is around too, he like encourages me. I'm like, because we know how to play good cop, bad cop. Like we know how he knows how to play the straight person, and I'm
right?
like the over the top hyperbole for everything. So, you know,
I am done with you guys.
Oh wow, we have somebody from Haiti.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it Wilmar or Wilmar? I always be trying to get the names right. Daryl Lynn she just got her tripod. This is right in time.
Ooh.
Awesome. Yes. Really great timing. Because once you guys get this video blueprint from Zay, y'all gonna be up to midnight tonight talking about, girl, I gotta get my first YouTube video up.
And you need to. Don't wait.
Yeah, don't wait. Hey Masi, how are you? All right. I'm struggling to stay awake in Nigeria. It's midnight. Oh my gosh. I love all of these overseas people. That's so exciting. Nice.
Sisterly Love, yes, I do use a diffuser, but mine came with a diffuser. So what I'll try to do at the end is, give you guys a glimpse of my setup, kind of, I'll try. But it's really small and really simple, and I get good quality video from it, so it doesn't do me wrong. So if you check out that blog post that I just dropped, you can see everything. The only thing I don't have in there is Hey Miss Ree is my reflector. So I need to add that. I always forget that because I use a reflector wrap only.
Hey Kizzy, hey Miss Ree. All right. Well, we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I think we are. Alrighty, guys. So I'm about to get started. So welcome, everyone. It's Zaylee. And we have Maddie James in the building.
Yes. Very excited. I think that once, Zaylee and I were talking about this, I was just really stoked just because like I said, video content in 2017 is our priority. And really, in my personal opinion, like as far as people, within our community and stuff like that, really creating content, Zaylee is just really knocking it out of park, not only in quality, but like consistency. So I'm really excited for what she's going to share here today and what we get to talk about from all angles of video content, right? Not just the content creation part, but even from a perspective of how your audience looks at it, and even from the perspective of how brands look at it.
Yes. So thank you, Maddie.
Yeah.
You're definitely killing it yourself. I don't even have to say that twice. Everyone knows who Maddie James is, and that is some great branding because of your consistency and your great content. Like I said some time ago, you were the first person that really taught me about consistency, and ever since then, listen.
You've been on it. You took it and ran. You've been on it, like not even a little bit. So yes, I'm excited.
Definitely. So guys, if you're in here, I know you know Maddie, but if you have not taken, I don't know if you have that still, the consistency cleanse. That was
Oh
epic
yes,
to me.
it's actually no longer being offered. So a new lead magnet is coming at the end of the month. The consistency cleanse may be back in a little longer form, but yeah, that was my lead magnet for a lot of you guys. If you didn't know, I just really taught you how to detox inconsistency in a work week, just because I think that's the hardest thing that content creators try to, master, is consistency.
Yeah, that is some epic information. So
Thanks.
definitely, guys. So I'm about to start sharing my screen with you guys, and just to, warm you guys up and give you a little bit of information about what we're going to start off with, right? So if you're late, that's fine. Join the fun. We're having a good old time in here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So you're not going to see Maddie or I for a little bit. We'll check in every so often. I know, Maddie, you can definitely see the...
yeah, I'll try to keep up with the comments. And if we have any questions, I'll definitely make note of that, but also, chime in as well.
Awesome. Okie dokie, guys. So let's see what Father Google has in store for me, because getting this to screen share is like, okay. Okay, we getting somewhere. All right.
No, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
It is. Okay, so awesome. So I hope you guys can see. Okay, I think you can.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's on a delay. Yes, we can see it. It's awesome. Okay, good.
Awesome, great. So guys, welcome to the Ultimate Video Blueprint. And this is Supercharged because we have two awesome people. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
toot it.
I'm kidding. But we have two awesome people here. So I had to say Supercharged because you're definitely going to get a real idea of video content and how it has helped Maddie and I, right? So I'm going to go through and show you exactly how you can formulate your own first video, and you can use the course materials that we do have, but I prefer if you access that after, because I want to go through and show you exactly, what you need to do and need to know so that you get all of the value out of the course materials, right? So a few tips for this workshop, and I have to remember you guys are on a delay because I speak very quickly sometimes, right?
No, you're doing good though. You're doing good.
Okay, so I want you guys to get comfortable. Feel at home. Like Maddie said, get some water and some olive oil because you're going to get your video life together, right? I also want you to prepare to work. I want you to get as much value out of this workshop as possible because video is everything right now. And if you're not using it just yet, you want to dive in. And I'm talking about tomorrow. Now, I also want to say that the things that I'm sharing in this workshop, you can't find it anywhere else the way I put it together because I put my own system together for you guys, right? So I want you to really listen closely so that you get everything out of this. And I want you to work through your forms, but we'll do that after. I'll tell you when, we can go through it together. And I also want you to mute your phone, tune out all distractions. The kids should be in bed by now, hopefully. And let's get it going. So I also want to let you know that you can expect to clearly understand how video can help you, how video can really 10x your brand, your blog, your business, whatever you have going on. Video is the way to get that out into the stratosphere, like, I don't even know, 10,000 times faster. And it's even more effective than, I'm hearing an echo on my end. Are you guys hearing that or no?
No. I'm not hearing it. I think you're good. I've muted my microphone as well, so hopefully you shouldn't be getting any feedback.
Okay, thank you, Maddie. Okay, so yes, so video, like I was saying, definitely helps you get where you're going faster, definitely helps your engagement, and I'm going to tell you about all of that. So I also want you to understand that having a plan for your video content is very important, so you can expect to learn about that and learn how to do that by the end of this workshop, right? And so you're also going to have a better understanding of the video creation process. I feel like a lot of us know that we need to create video, but we don't really know the moving parts that go into creating. And so that's what the blueprint is about. Okay, so I also am going to share with you a workshop, a course that I do have, and I do have a fast acting bonus that I'm going to offer today that is going to help you create consistently, build an audience automatically, because that's how I build my audience through video. That's how I meet new people every single week. And it's also going to help you create meaningful content that you can focus on leveraging to monetize, right? So I'm going to mention that. I'm going to speak about that at, the end of our educational part. And so by the end of this workshop, you'll decide if YouTube is for you, right? You'll learn mistakes that you must correct instantly if you do have a YouTube channel. And you'll also have a solid plan for creating your video content. Like I mentioned before, you're going to get a full blueprint. So who is Zaylee? So I know some of you guys don't know who I am, but my name is Zaylee Barclay. You can find me over at ZayleeBarclay.com. And I help bloggers and creative business owners to create an online presence that really surpasses the appearance of others. I know my brain works visually. I know I'm a person that if something is not appealing to me, I don't get it. Might be great information, but I might not really click onto it, or I might not really, give it the attention it needs to get. You're online, and visual is everything right now. So you need to create an appearance that people, are like, okay, I want to see what's going on here. I want to look at this video, right? So you want to stand out and you want to take your visual appearance to the next level. I'm your girl, right? It's what I live for. So my goal is to help you to create content that speaks volumes. Now, even when you're not around, we're on the internet, you might be sleeping and someone might be on your website. Your content needs to be really strategic so that it's able to work with or work for you when, you're not able to say, hi, my name is Zaylee, and this is what I do. So that's what I love doing. But I have a focus in video content because I love video. It's organic. It's original because it's you. It's a connection that, is like no other. And so we have Maddie James. Now I'm going to hand the mic over to Maddie.
Hi, guys. So a lot of you guys know me here, but for anybody who doesn't, my name is Maddie James. I have a site after myself, maddiejames.com. Kept it really simple there, just use my name. A lot of you guys know me from my previous blog, maddieology.com, where I blogged for 7 years. So January 29th of this year made it 7 years that I've been blogging. But over at my new site, I've really been sharing things that are really my life. I really just, I'm all about branding. And for those of you guys who have followed me, you guys know that I always say that branding is storytelling. And essentially over at Maddie James, I just tell the story of my life through content marketing. So I share what my daughter wears, in brand collaborations, or I share what I'm wearing, or I share the makeup I'm trying and the skincare products that I'm using, or where me and my husband have gone out on a date for dinner. But I really enjoy sharing. I'm just that kind of, girl, I think that I love when I can see somebody who I really love, like their shirt or their hair, and I compliment, and they're quick to tell me what product they're using or where they got something. I'm really that kind of girl. Like, that's how I live my life. And so that's the kind of content that I create as well. I also share my experience as a content creator, what I use, what's been successful for me. And I teach other content creators how to monetize through branding, and creating awesome content that brands, want to, join forces with as well. So I really, really love, it doesn't even feel like this is a job, right? Like, I can't believe that I literally get to be myself and get paid for it. It's like, what? Like, what? It's always like, I can't believe it. But even though it is really great, it still is a lot of work. And I really, really believe, especially in the last 6 months, I truly believe in goals, processes, and systems, which I call my content GPS, which is a masterclass that I offer and will be offering soon again. But yeah, I'm so happy to be here. So happy that Zaylee even invited me to come along on this ride with her and share about, video content. And so we're really excited to share this with you guys tonight.
Awesome. Thank you for being here with me, Maddie. This is super awesome. And I know people express that they are really excited about, the workshop. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to break it down for the people who are in the right place. If you would like to work with brands, which is something that Maddie has mastered over the years, and which is something that she actually helped me to start doing. And, you know, she's awesome at teaching about how you can do that as well, right? Even to grow a loyal audience and convert that into income, right? Because we're here to live. We're not, you know, it's not a game. We're not here to play. We work through this full time. So, you know, if that's what you would like to do, transition, you know, into full time, you know, you have to create connections. You have to know what it is exactly that you would like to do. So also,
you hit the nail on the head. Connection. That's where it's at. I think everyone's like, let's build, let's grow our audience, but it's
right.
it's hard to grow something if you're not connected to it, right? Like nothing actually in the ground can, like, plants cannot grow if the root is not connected to the dirt, right? That's why you need the root, you know? So if you're not deeply rooted in who your audience, like if you don't know the DNA of who your audience is, it's going to be really hard to grow it, if not impossible, if I'm being honest.
That is so true. That is so, well, that was a good,
you know, I like analogies.
Yes, analogy.
I'm gonna take it back all the time. I'm just being old. It's fine.
So if you are looking to position yourself as an expert, and I do want to just expand on that. A lot of times we think, well, you know what, I'm not good enough to share. And you might be really awesome at, you know, what you're doing, or you might feel like, well, no one wants to hear me. Well, girl, you got to stand up and say what you're here for and how you can help people, right?
For sure.
So definitely embrace that you are and that you can actually share. I mean, listen, don't get me started, right? But if you're here to also successfully market your products and or services on autopilot, video can definitely do that. So I just listed two ways you can create income from creating video content, right?
Yep.
So yes. And so I want to talk to you guys today about a few things that you can actually do with YouTube. Crazy enough, video is on every platform, right? But I like to look at YouTube as the master of video, and it's not going anywhere soon. So, you know, you better get into it. And so you're able to, on YouTube, create content to establish your expertise. Like I was just saying, you're able to grow an audience. You're able to have, you know, your audience grow on autopilot and create an income from it. And I'll explain, you know, different ways that you can create income in a little bit. So you're also able to, on YouTube, find your target audience. They're ready and they're waiting for you. They're waiting to interact with you. It's about you putting out specific content so that they find you automatically. My YouTube channel grows by itself, right? But it's because I know exactly who I'm talking to and who I want to attract. And I know what kind of content to put out to get them onto, you know, my platform or onto my email list or onto me helping them to achieve getting from point A to point B, something, right?
Right.
So YouTube has over 3.25 billion hours of video viewed every month. Imagine you creating strategic content for people, your audience that is waiting for you on YouTube, and they're viewing this amount of content every month. Listen, people don't look at TV anymore, girl. Right? They look at their DVRs.
It's true. It's true.
It is. It's so crazy. Like I can look at YouTube for hours and get lost. Right? So they're there. And the crazy thing about YouTube is it recommends you. You keep getting another video and another video. And that's something that we can also use to our advantage, right? But I'll explain more about that later as well. So you're able to help that audience to find you. Like I said, you know, you're creating content, you're creating a map for them to find you as long as your content is smart and strategic. You're also able to build your authority, right? So you're able to create an income for yourself. So you can get paid on YouTube from Google AdSense, which I say don't depend solely on. I do really strongly, you know, advise that you also have, like, there are so many different ways to create income from YouTube, from video, you know, it's insane. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in a few. So I started off on YouTube. I want to say a year and a few months. I think I just made 2 years on YouTube, right? And I'm able to grow consistently. I started off sharing my lock journey, right? So far cry from what I look like now, girl, but believe it or not, I had locks. And so it's crazy because anytime I say token dread girl, people are like, oh my gosh, you are token dread girl. Yes, right. So, and that's the power of branding, like Maddie was saying, like people think that girl is like completely disappeared. No, she just evolved, right? So in 2015, I started my channel. I've been meaning to do it for years. I always want to mention this because we sit and think, oh, well, I'll wait for the right time. The right time is now. Right. So I've been creating content for the past 7 years. I started off working in PR in New York City right out of college. And I wanted to be the blogger instead of contacting the blogger. Right. So that's what really helped me make that transition really early. So I was in that world from early. And I wanted to be on the other side of things. I wanted to get sent stuff, right? So I was also looking for a way to grow my audience. So I was on Instagram. I was getting great traction there, on Facebook, fine. But I really wanted to reach even more people. And I honestly didn't know what I was doing when I first started, but I started. Right. I was also trying to get people to know me better, which really worked because pictures are awesome, but a video, I mean, it's like you become like that person's friend, like in your head. Like I see her, they become part of your, your weekly routine or your daily routine. It's like that person. It's so crazy. So that's what I wanted, and that's why I started video as well. And I wanted to start sharing what I had done for myself with others. And so this is something that's pretty huge because you're sharing a process on video. You're sharing your journey on video. And if you are further along, like for me, my hair was long and thick. And so I had gotten to that point, and that was one of the questions I got the most, like, how long have you been growing your hair and things like that? So why not put it in one place where people can access it? And guess what? So it's like, it depends on your goal, but definitely sharing. A lot of people I don't know what to share on YouTube. What are you passionate about? What are you good at? What have you gotten from, point A to, have you lost 10 pounds? You're able to help the person who wants to lose 5 pounds because you've already lost 5 pounds, So it depends on really what you want to share and where you are, right? Also, dreaming, if you're dreaming of creating an income by sharing your expertise with people, then this is for you. So I want you guys to answer in the chat, like, are you that person? Are you dreaming of creating an income by sharing your expertise with other people? Is that something that you're interested in doing? I want to know. So if you guys
somebody made a really great point. They said you don't need a record deal when you got YouTube. So true. So true. Like people, no, I think, and I'll see if I can find the link again, but the top 10 YouTubers of 2016 collectively made $80 million.
Thank you.
80 million.
Sips water.
Right. So that means just even you averaged out, not everybody made the same exact amount, but on average, the top YouTubers are making 8 million a year. Girl, I don't need a record deal. No. I need 8 million a year.
Right?
That's what I need.
And this is all from the privacy of their homes.
Yeah.
In your home, you really
or even a workspace, right? Let's just even say you like rent an office, like.
So true. Yep. You're absolutely right. So it's not like you have to go in somewhere every single day for someone to make that. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
And this is what we need to take advantage of, right?
Yeah.
So Maddie and I have made all the mistakes, right? I know when I started, I did not know what to create.
Thanks for putting this out there, Jay.
I'm just saying. Right. So I didn't know what to create. I didn't know what, I was not creating consistently.
No, it's tough, especially in the video world. Because you're like, do I know what I'm doing?
Right.
Lose it. So you have to edit it all over again.
Yep. So true, right? And so, I just wasn't growing like I wanted to because of that lack of consistency, because of the lack of having a goal of what I wanted to create, what I wanted to share with these people, specifically. I had no connect. See, the thing about it is we all start at zero. Everyone starts at zero. There was a time I had
everybody.
zero.
Nobody comes on and starts at 6,500. That's not how any of it works.
And I think that's a huge thing that people think, well, I can't get there. But we all start at the same place, right? So, and I know I didn't have any strategy to bring people from YouTube to my business. You know, that was one thing that I wasn't doing at all. And so that's something that you got to think about. Like, and that's something that I advise you to think about. Like, think about how you're taking people off of. And I don't want to go off on a tangent about this, but a lot of huge YouTubers don't even have an email list. Right. So if you're speaking about something specific,
they don't.
Girl.
Well, because for a lot of people too, everybody's goals are different. A lot of people just want to make money off of their videos, but which you can do. But some people have businesses, like a lot of people here today, and you can drive that traffic to your email list if you use it strategically.
Yes. Like bring that traffic back to your blog, back to your website. If you sell clothing, if you sell, bring that traffic back. Like, and so that's how you create another source of income on top of your Google AdSense income. You bring that traffic back. And like I said, the YouTube audience is automatic. And it's crazy because I'll explain how YouTube actually promotes your content for you. Like, I mean, if you have an automatic marketing tool, girl, why not use it?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? For sure. So we're going to talk a little bit about why YouTube is so popular and, why video, right? So excuse my slide here, but girl. But so bigger companies, they actually pay influencers to lead them to their audience, right? So let's say, Maddie, I'm going to use you as an example.
For sure.
Right? So let's say, give me a brand. Target wants Maddie's audience because they don't know how to create content to get to Maddie's audience.
For sure.
Exactly. So what they would do is contact her and ask her, now the crazy thing is, and she can tell you this as well, the amount you get paid for video content, Maddie, I don't know if you want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think it's really like, it's actually kind of mind-boggling, right? Because when it first happens, you almost are like, are you sure this is the amount?
Yeah.
Am I going to be selling drugs as well? Like, is there do I have to drop a package off? But all jokes aside, on average, even on like the lower scale, even if a brand lowballs you when it comes to video content, on average, you're still getting paid triple what you would get paid for sponsored written content. But if I'm being really honest, I mean, it's anywhere between 6 to 10 times more what you would get paid for sponsored written content, Quite honestly, if I'm being very frank, you're getting paid for video content the most, then social content, then blog content when it comes to sponsoring. So we'll even use a real life example just to make sure we fully understand, because I don't want to always speak in hypotheticals.
Right.
But a prime example, the last sponsored video I did, if I'm not mistaken, was the Pottery Barn video with my daughter. And what they wanted was to really show an experience in Pottery Barn. I think it was important to them because I think if you're familiar with Pottery Barn, you don't typically see young Black millennial moms. And so they definitely wanted to reach that audience. So they reached out to me. I pitched them, 2 or 3, well, not pitched them. They came to me and they told me what they wanted. And then I presented them with like 2 or 3 options with how I could do this. And, I said, this is what I charge. They said, this is their budget. We came to an agreement. And essentially I made them a 2-minute video, which is essentially content marketing, you guys. Here's what I'll tell you. Out of the top 10 marketing trends in 2017, the companies are paying pretty much 65% more of their budget is going towards content marketing than it's going into advertising. People are only buying ads when it comes to television. People are investing still in Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that, and that has passed. But for the most part, people are paying for content marketing just because people connect with it a lot more. And our generation, millennials, we are not label loyal. We are story loyal. We are experience loyal. So if it tells a story and that story resonates resonates with us, we are going to purchase it. We don't care if it's from an Instagram boutique. We don't care if it's from an Etsy shop. We don't care if it's from Amazon. But we do care that it made a connection, which is what I think the secret themed word here is, right? That's the secret keyword, but it is about making connection. So really a brand, you know, like Zaylee says, comes to you because they don't know how to do this, but they do have the budget to pay somebody who does.
She just killed this entire slide. Like, I don't even have to say anything else. Because she covered strategy, which is their marketing strategy, which is, you know, they used to pay millions, like she just said, for TV ads. And now they're able to pay us that money for video content.
Yeah. And I was going to say, I want to be very clear that that budget still is in the millions, but now they're approaching pretty much thousands of influencers in different markets and stuff like that. And do not sell yourself short if you're in a small market. And I think a lot of times, you know, because I know the majority of us here are African-American, but I think a lot of times people are like, oh, well, they don't really mess with us and stuff like that. But again, Pottery Barn Kids, again, you don't see moms that look like me per se. So they came to me, and I think that was an opportunity to be like, absolutely, let's work together, because I do know young Black moms who shop Pottery Barn Kids. You know, we like that stuff. So do not rule yourself out if somebody approaches you, especially, or even if you have to pitch them. But people do have budgets, so do not sell yourself short.
That's so true. And I feel like we have to remember, as much as we are building our audiences every day, they value our relationships with our audiences. And that's why it's called influence, right? So that's something that's really huge. Now, I'll tell you, just like Maddie I told you guys, we feed off of each other. It's crazy. So most people cancel themselves out of the equation. Like, oh, they'll never, you know, and they give up. Most people and that's one of the biggest mistakes. And a lot of us give up before we even start, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, I started YouTube 2 years ago. If I had listened to people and started like years ago, girl.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. I think about if I was YouTubing as long as I was blogging.
Man.
Child, my pockets would be a little bit different. Definitely not complaining about the living I make now, but my pockets would be a little bit different. But it is all about, I think also you're not going to start out like this, like super beauty guru or lifestyle guru, you know, you have to start from somewhere. Even Oprah didn't start like Oprah's first few shows. Didn't look like, you know, her 25th year, you know, but you do have to start somewhere. So don't give up, keep going, learn from those mistakes.
It's so true. And so if you feel like you've wanted to start video forever and that, you know, you should have started, let me know. Let us know in the comments. Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like you should have started, or that you really want to start creating video content? Right. So I'm looking forward to reading what you guys are saying. Now, the crazy thing is, we're able to do exactly what they want us to do for ourselves. So when I said I would discuss like different forms of income that you can make from creating video content, especially for YouTube, like we are our own brands, right? So we're able to actually influence create our own content to influence our audiences that, like I said, we're building every day, you know, to sell our own products and services, right? And so we don't have to pay millions of dollars for this if we have all of the correct techniques and strategies needed to create this kind of content, right? Exactly. And it's so crazy because stories are like, if you don't understand the power of storytelling, I mean, if someone tells you something, and that's the power of video itself, like how does someone relate to what you're saying on video? Like, you know, you were somewhere, or you are somewhere right now, you were here. I mean, that story is what really helps us build bonds that are like unbreakable with people. And like I said before, with video, that bond is insane. I mean, you can see someone and it's crazy because that's how we end up subscribing to someone that probably looks just like us, or
for sure
like us. It's an instant subscribe. Right. So that's why it's so powerful to really, you know, share your journey and tell your story. So that's another way that you can create income from video. Have your own products or your own, like, you know, I teach people this every day. Like, that's something that's really, really, really important. A lot of people say, you know, I just want to make videos. Yes, you can. Cool. No worries. But it's smart to have, you know, something that you're also leading that YouTube audience off of YouTube. And most of you in here, I'm sure you have been working on or already have a lead magnet and things like that. YouTube is a great way to increase your blog traffic.
Yeah, no, it really, really is. I mean, again, just because people are lazy, so they would much rather watch something than read it.
Right.
And so, yeah, you can really be driving people there. And again, like Zaylee said, if you do in fact create that unbreakable bond, you can convince somebody to go from your video to your blog, or your video to your social, or your video to your product.
Right? While you're asleep. Like this happens, like, you know,
Yep.
like it's crazy to get up and read comments from your YouTube channel every morning.
Yeah.
You know, so that's definitely a feeling that you want to have. So I want you guys to imagine for a minute waking up most mornings to people who feel like you have solved some sort of problem for them, or inspired them in some way, or showed them something that they didn't even know how to do. It's crazy because today some of my students and I were actually talking about how much you can learn from YouTube, right? So if you're teaching something on YouTube specifically, you might be helping someone else get, I know if I'm having technical problems with something, the first thing I do is either Google it or YouTube it. And 9 times out of 10, video shows up first in search for Google. Remember that Google owns YouTube. So if you are solving some sort of problem or some sort of issue, definitely video is the way to put that out there, right? That's what I mean when I'm speaking about traffic on, finding your audience on autopilot, right? So just imagine that feeling of helping someone every day. And this is just from one piece of content. Like you can help millions of people literally from one video, right?
Right.
And so just imagine your days being spent creating content for an audience who can't wait to see what's coming next, right? So that's like how we feel about Maddie's blog posts and her videos. Like we can't wait to see, like, I wonder what she's gonna do next, you know? Like, oh my
Somebody
God.
got mad at me because they were like, when you vlogged last year, I thought this was the start of vlogging.
Oh my gosh, yes, because you did was it
yeah,
the
yeah, it was all, yeah.
That was pretty cool, Maddie. You
She
need
was pretty disappointed. Yeah. But yeah, no, but I feel that way towards the people I subscribe to. You know what I mean? Like I want to see what Gary V's got coming up next. So I want to see what Desi Perkins, like how she's going to get her face. You know, I'm interested in that. I want to see what hairstyle, you know, Zaylee's going to hit with us. You know what I mean? Like those are, you know, like those subscriptions. It's like waiting for a new episode of your favorite show to come back, you know?
It's so true. And it's about being visible, right? So video is a great way to show up online, even when you're not showing up online, right? Although that's not an excuse to not show up, but you know, video is great for that. So just imagine creating content. You know, we have so many full-time YouTubers and full-time bloggers. This is definitely a way to, I know YouTubers that made it in a year, no lie. I'm not gonna lie.
They get really focused. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's really also about how bad you want it, right?
Yes,
so how bad you want it and how hard you go, you know, because like, you know, I think somebody in here said like they noticed when they were like, it was like a light switch went off for me. And it was like, yeah, when I ain't have no job, I realized how much I wanted it. So you knew when I was full time, because it was like, girl, I got all this time on my hands.
There you go. Right. So true. That is crazy. It really is a light switch. Like that focus comes into like, listen, I got to do what I got to do. Right. So you're able to share your expertise. And anytime, the beautiful thing about YouTube is you can do it anytime you feel like. You can release 2 videos a day. You can release, you know, I mean, stay consistent. We don't want, you know, 2 videos every 3 months. You know, we want to see you. We want to be involved with what you have going on. We want to be led somewhere. And that's your YouTube audience. That's what happens. You meet new people. I meet new people on YouTube all the time. And it's beautiful because my business is actually teaching people how to use YouTube. And there's a lot of people on YouTube trying to figure out, well, how do I do this? You know, so you meet a constant flow of people that you're able to help. You're constantly learning. The beautiful thing about YouTube, and like I say all the time, so whatever it is that you're teaching your audience, people are on YouTube asking questions. You're able to stay up to date with real problems and struggles that your audience is having. And you're able to create content that's going to bring them to, I mean, that's just the answers right there.
Yeah.
Right. So if you feel like you don't know what to create, think about YouTube is a place where people come to search for answers, period, point blank. Right. And you're also able to stay relevant. Like I said, you create your own schedule, you show up for your audience as often as you'd like, but obviously the more you show up, the better. Right.
Right.
Yeah. I think Gary Vee said it in a way where you want to stay on people's minds.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah, I love that he's what does he always say? What is he trades attention. He day trades attention, which I just thought was like brilliant. But that's essentially what you're doing. You're day trading, yeah, attention.
Wow.
Which is completely fine, because if you are an influencer, that's your hustle. You're on the
So
block
true.
slanging attention.
Right.
Let's keep it a
Oh my God.
stack. You know
No,
what I
you're
mean?
right.
Like,
You're absolutely right. That's why it's so, and you're absolutely right. So right now, this might be something that you're just wishing for, and you're trying to understand how you can actually, how do you do it, right? And I can tell you because I have been there myself, right? So I explained my story to you guys. I wasn't sure at first, well, exactly what I was doing, but listen, when I figured it out, everything just started growing. Like, it was kind of scary. Everything just started like shooting, and a lot of people would say, you look stuck up in your pictures. But when I see you on video, so I was like, what?
wow. Thanks.
Yeah. I would get that a lot. And so I'm really quirky. I'm goofy. I'm just a cool person. And so when you see that on video, it's a different connection entirely. And so, that's why I want to encourage you guys to get onto video, and don't be afraid to share the real you, because I know I'm not. So definitely get on there and share exactly who you are. So we're moving into part 2, right? And I want to talk about one of the biggest struggles, right? So people really, and I gave you guys a few answers pertaining to this earlier, growing an organic audience, right?
Right.
Yeah, and YouTube, it comes ready-made with the audience of your dreams. I can't tell you how many people I met on YouTube, and it's insane. But like I said before, it's because I'm answering a specific question or a struggle or something, and then they get so deeply invested because it's video content, right? And that's even why vlogging is so huge right now, because you're taking someone on a day-to-day. It's like if we could see like exactly what celebrities did all day, imagine how much more obsessed we'd be, because that's the culture right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what the culture is.
Right? So, I mean, what if I told you YouTube really just has people sitting, waiting, and searching for exactly what you have to say? Your story is completely different to everyone else's. Everyone gravitates to someone that is like them. That's what when we meet someone for the first time, we look for what's familiar between them and us. And if we find nothing, we're like, okay, girl, go your way. But if you find something that's familiar, you're like, I really like this person, or you want to, know more. And what better way than through video? So one of the biggest misconceptions about creating video content on YouTube is that you need a huge audience to monetize, right? And I'll be the first to tell you that is not true.
Yep,
Right.
not at all.
Definitely something that is not true, because I've been able to monetize my audience, and I'm almost at 4,000. And that's not if you're into YouTube, that's not a huge audience, but I've been able to do that. Also because I do offer my own products and services through YouTube. Like, people ask all the time, like, what are you using? And that leads me into teaching you exactly what I do, right? Even Maddie has some awesome content on YouTube about what she's known for, which is style. Well, Maddie, you can go ahead, girl. I want to throw all your business out.
You're good. Yeah, but I think that's the huge misconception, that you need a huge audience. You need an audience, period. So an audience is 38 people, it's 38,000 people, it's 38 million people. But I think that if you know how to connect with the audience that you have, if you know how to connect, you will know how to get a point. But I think the problem is so many people are so attached to really, just a lot of people are just attached to that number. And it's like, really focus, like, because here's the thing, you definitely want to make all your mistakes, especially during like the modest stage, like when maybe you only have a couple of hundred and you're still figuring out your lighting situation and being consistent. Here's the thing, a lot of people are wishing for a bigger audience when they don't know what to do with a small audience.
Right.
So you know what to do with the small audience, it's going to be one day at a time. But all you need is a connection to know how to monetize, because that connection is what makes you valuable to brands and to your audience alike,
It's so, so, so true. So I'm actually going to explain a little more in depth on some situations, right? So these are actually real people, right? So I'm just going to explain a few things to you, and then I'll tell you the real situation after, exactly, how they were able to step their games up, right? But so this is Nicole. So I want you guys to meet Nicole. Hey, Nicole, I'm sure she's probably in the chat somewhere. Say hi to Nicole. Right? But Nicole has an amazing blog, right? And she does physical how-to hair events. Maybe you've been to one, right? But she's just awesome at doing that specifically. And so I'm going to take you through a journey with Nicole. So let's say Nicole starts sharing on YouTube, and she's posting once a month. She's posting about her thoughts and random ramblings on whatever topic she feels like getting on. Today she might want to talk about, her Starbucks coffee. Tomorrow she might talk about her Christmas tree. Did that tell you that my Christmas tree is still up and I'm ashamed? And maybe it did, right? But she gives up because she's not growing fast enough. She feels like, she hasn't sold a seat to her events. She doesn't know what's going, the dreams that she has in her mind about starting YouTube, they're not materializing. And it's because of, a mashup of some things that she's not doing in the correct way, right? So she stops posting on YouTube. She gives up on business all in all, and she's just, confused and frustrated, right? So I'll tell you a few things. One of the keys to really succeeding on YouTube is knowing exactly who your audience is. And like I mentioned before, what their struggles are and how your content can help them, right? How can it lead them to your products and services? How can you take someone from, like I said, point A to point B, right? How are they going to feel when they're done looking at this video? Are they going to be satisfied, or are they going to feel like, well, no, this didn't do? And you know what's crazy? When they feel like they're helped in that video and then you're guiding them to somewhere else, think about the ease that you're doing that with. Like, if I'm giving you even more information on how to solve this problem, man, right? So Nicole started doing some research and she realized that she needs to post more, right? So she got tired of looking at everyone else succeed. Like, she's just seeing everyone just moving on and just like, oh my gosh, this girl over here is getting endorsed by this brand. She's doing how-to events over there. And, she just decided some months later that she was going to try it again. So she started sharing her life more. She started incorporating more rants, vlogs, and, a few hair videos here and there, right? She was creating videos every other day, but she was not growing like she wanted to. So she invested in equipment. Right. So she got her ring light, like we said.
Right.
She's all fancy. She got the glow. She got it going on. And she started growing slowly, but surely. She started making a couple of dollars from AdSense per month. Right. And she was still a bit shy to share her expertise. She was still shy to claim her space on YouTube and really share content that, that's strategic. Like I said, smart content that's going to really take your audience. Nicole has how-to events. How is she going to take them from understanding why they have dry hair, why they have dry scalp, why is their hair falling out, things like that. She was confused about how to add her classes and events into the YouTube mix, right? So Nicole is completely frazzled. And, she just gives up. This is not, Nicole doesn't give up. I'm just saying, right? So another key is to find your audience and learn to speak their language.
This is so good. Learn to speak their language. And you know how you learn how to speak people's languages? When you connect with them.
And that connection, Maddie, I really think that's the key word for tonight. That connection, you must, what are they specifically saying? What words are they using? Are they using, so let's talk about Nicole for a little bit. Are they, frustrated? How do you feel when your hair is falling? I know I've had my hair just do what it wants. I use coconut oil and my hair just falls out. So I'm trying to figure out on YouTube, why is coconut oil not working for my hair? Because it's doing wonders for everyone else. What's wrong with me, right? So I had to YouTube. I'm frustrated. My hair is dry. It's brittle. If that's my language and Nicole is speaking solutions to my problems in my language, I'm going to find her. Right. And I'm going to be funneled into attending her workshop, booking a one-on-one session with her, That's how
Yep.
it goes. So
Yep.
learn to speak your audience's language. And the best place to learn your audience's language is, guess where? On YouTube. Because you see it plainly and blatantly under other videos. Search, go through other influencers who are in your industry. Find
Yep.
out what are the struggles that people are having. What are they helping people with?
Right.
Right? So now we have Ginger. I'm not too sure if Ginger is in here, but Ginger, yes, is a real person. You can find her at Shop CDF Skincare, right? So she has a system and strategies for recording and is creating useful content consistently, right? She has endless talk topics for her audience. She understands exactly how to communicate with them. She's using those words that we spoke about, right? And she creates content that they're constantly viewing, and they cannot wait for Ginger to drop another video, right? So they're just waiting. And so the reason why they're doing this is because Ginger knows how to communicate, but she's communicating through helpful experiences, right?
Nice.
So she has an awesome skincare line. She speaks transparently to her audience about her struggle with eating sweets, which contributes to acneic skin, right? So she has skin acne, but she knows that when she eats badly, it flares up. And she speaks transparently about her journeys and her struggles with this. And that's crazy because it's going to start attracting that audience, right? She hosts skincare challenges for her audience. Now, look at the difference between the content of Nicole and of Ginger, right? So she's hosting challenges. She's really taking her audience on a journey, and that has her just attracting more and more people every single day. She's active and she's showing how she makes her products. Man, that process on video, a lot of people are scared of it. They're like, well, someone might steal my recipe. No, they're not. They ain't got time to make that recipe.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Even if they do, this is still you, and people are still going to gravitate. Most people are lazy, you guys. So
yes.
most people don't even have the work ethic to steal and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They don't.
They really do not. I'll always remember when Maddie, you said someone has to be a copy lion, not a copycat. They have to be a copy.
That's what I'm saying, because that's what I said. I literally, I really want to make sure that I'm being very, very much so understood when I say it literally does not faze me when people copy me, because if you copy me, your work ethic has got to be so low. Where I'm like, okay, girl, well, go ahead, start this blog, start this podcast, get this YouTube channel popping, go ahead and get you a husband and a 2-year-old, and let me know how this is all working out for you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if people are going to copy, it's inevitable. It's something you cannot get away from. I don't care if you're the nicest person on the planet, right? But at the end of the day, I would make it very difficult for the person who copies. They deserve everything they get, because that work ethic got to be lit.
Oh my gosh, I remember that moment so clearly. It was so funny, right? So, like I said before, Ginger is constantly sharing her skin struggles. Her audience respects her opinion, and they go to her with their issues. She knows their language. She knows how to communicate with them. She knows how to speak to them. And Ginger can't create product fast enough for her audience, right? So she's now looking to invest in building a team.
Good problem to have.
Right, exactly. So that's the difference. So I want to know from you guys, who do you feel like? Do you feel like Nicole right now, or do you feel like Ginger right now? I'm literally looking out to see what you guys are typing. So I want you to type either Nicole or Ginger, right? And you can say hi to them. By the way, Nicole is completely killing it. FYI, completely killing it. But definitely, I want you guys to let me know right now. I'm actually going to open up my chat and see if you guys are answering. I know there's a lag. So.
Patience. Gary V preaches patience. Yeah, it's very, very necessary. Very, very necessary.
No lie. Let me see. I want to see if you're a Ginger or if you're Nicole. Where are you guys?
Let me see. Okay, hold on. We getting them now. One person says she's honestly in between and she's trying to figure it out. One person says Nicole. Okay, so most people feel like a Nicole. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. I felt like a Nicole when Zaylee was explaining Nicole's story. I felt like a Nicole for sure.
Right. I know. I did. Like, I started, I stopped. I wasn't consistent. Girl, like I explained before.
My name is Maddie Nicole James. For this webinar.
I am done. Okay, I'm seeing it now, right? So, that's what it's about, guys. Like, I'm going to start back screen sharing. I just wanted to see what you guys had to say, and I do appreciate that you guys are answering.
Yeah. Thanks for being honest, you guys.
Yes.
Really appreciate
Yes. So
yeah,
true.
a lot of people feel like Nicole. Gotcha.
Okie dokie. So, definitely, let me know if you guys are seeing my screen, and then I'll just continue.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Awesome. So part 3, right? So now that we've established how you really feel, this is where, and even if you're in between, this is going to be epic for you, right? Because then you'll catch on to it even faster, right? So I want you guys to think about creating your own. Now, this is exactly how I do it. So like I said, I'm giving you for free my system of content creation. And you listen, like, it's super simple as long as you understand it, which is why I'm going to explain it to you guys, right? And so the first thing you are going to have to do is, and all of the sheets that I have attached do reflect this, right? But the sheets are just much more in-depth questions that you're actually able to answer. And I think Krishanda asked earlier if I'm going to see your answers as well. Yes, I am, because then I can really help you, right?
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yes. So I do get those answers on the back end of your forms. So once you go through your forms, you get it emailed to yourself, Krishanda, and then you can print it out and actually use that as a blueprint to go ahead and create your own videos, right? So you're going to go through the decision-making process. And the reason why I do my videos in this way is so that it's always smart. So over here, we're not creating content that, people can't use, right? So you're going to think about who you're creating for. What are you creating? When are you going to create it? How? Why? I want you guys to really think about this. And when you answer these questions, I'm talking about for every single video, you need to know how it's going to help the person, the viewer, the person that's looking on the other end, right? You must. So even through your recording process, so this is the second phase of your video process, right? So you will be pre-planning. So pre-planning would involve you, and like I said, the forms go even deeper into what I'm talking about right now. But it would go deep. Pre-planning would be figuring out what background you would use, like what's specific. Is it an informational video? Is it a how-to? Do you need to aim your tripod so that you're seeing your hands? You want to know all of these things beforehand so that it's easier to create. And even like I batch process my YouTube videos. So let's say I want to release 2 how-to videos. That way I'm not doing 2 videos with different scenery, like, every 2 days. If I can do both of them today because the camera's angled in that way, then girl, why not?
Of course, yeah. It's really smart.
Really smart. So, definitely understanding your intro. There's a specific intro that you have to have for every video. If you have something else to offer, lead them to your blog before you get into the video. Lead them to your products, or lead them to, you also have to let people know, well, what's the video going to be about, girl? Right? Why should I stay till the end? YouTube checks that.
Right.
Yes, they want to see how engaged people are. They check to see how long people are staying on your video. And if you have a great retention rate, they share your video for you, right? So when I say YouTube is marketing on autopilot, they will share your video for you.
They're focused. They know what they're getting themselves into.
Not play. Exactly. So your intro needs to be really specific and strategic. Your body would be where you're actually sharing the process of, or how to, or, that's where you would really get in depth about. And I want you guys to map these things out separately, which is why I took the time to create the forms that you see on the back end, right? Inside of the course materials. And your outro. Remind those people what they need to do. A lot of people forget this. This is where you actually really pull people off of that platform. YouTube is not ours, right? We don't know what's going to happen to them tomorrow. So
I'm so glad you said that. So important. Really.
It is. You know what's crazy? Recently, bigger YouTubers were having an issue of, well, YouTube is not telling my audience that I posted a video. Well, YouTube shouldn't have to tell your audience that you posted a video. You should tell them.
Exactly.
Right?
But you don't want to rely on the machine, because that machine is not yours. It's Google's.
Exactly. Right? So make sure that you take things into your own hands and lead your audience off of YouTube, right? Off of that platform and into your own hands. So Your third phase would be editing. So you want to choose an editor, right? And so there are different editors. I like, two of my faves are Filmora and Final Cut Pro. And Filmora is actually probably only $50. It's definitely a huge step up from iMovie. So if you're looking to invest, definitely a huge step up from iMovie or Windows Movie Maker. Right. So definitely, I'm talking about amazing visuals, and I'm very picky about visual content.
Very picky. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about.
I'm just saying, definitely Filmora is a good option. And I use Final Cut Pro. I know some people might not be able to give up $2.99 just for an editing program, or they might not want to subscribe to Adobe, you know.
Oh, yeah, Premiere Pro.
Right. Mm-hmm. So definitely, you know, you want to choose an editor that you're comfortable with, yes, but everyone is using iMovie. Everyone is using Movie Maker. Take your stuff to the next step, next level. You know, like Maddie said, we're next leveling things this year. So, you know, invest in something else other than just a free program that you're, you know. And
it's really worth it, especially like for me. Like if I'm going to invest that kind of money, let me tell you something. I at least am going to be consistent for a month, right? Because I'm like, at least hopefully a brand will see me and pay me back the money I just bought with this Final Cut Pro. Because Final Cut Pro is expensive, so I don't want to downplay that. I totally get, like, $2.99 is an investment, you know.
Right.
But yeah, it's very much so. I don't know if you guys heard my text message. Sorry. But yeah, I think it is very much an investment, but I think about, like I said, video has a return.
It really does.
And trust me, $2.99 will light a fire, you know, under your butt to, you know, be consistent, so you can pay that off and either drive people to your, you know, coaching page or your products, or, you know, for brands to see you and to make that money back tenfold.
Definitely. So I do have an editing process inside of those forms as well, where, you know, you color. Like I said, you're not going to see this all in one place anywhere else. I promise you. But like when you're editing, you want to go to color correction first. You don't want to break up your entire video without doing that, because then you'll spend like 5 hours correcting segments. You don't want to do that. You want to, you know, find ways to add your effects and your transitions. You want to edit your intro and outro in a way that, you know, it stands out. And you want to edit your call to actions inside of your videos. So you don't want to always depend on YouTube annotations and stuff. You want to also have that inside of the video itself, right?
For sure.
So exactly. So I'm going to also move on to uploading, right? So this is the fourth phase of our process. And let me know if this information is helpful to you guys, or, you know, if it just gives you a little bit of clarity where video, and this is the entire video process, I promise you. Like,
no, this is it. This is it. Like, if you are looking for something more, then this here isn't the place for you. Because this is it. Like, she's giving you, because I'm like, let me add this to you know, this is it. It's very exciting. It's helpful for me, you know.
No, listen, if I can break things down so that you guys can execute, that's what I'm here for, right? It's all about execution. So even uploading, like you get onto that upload screen. And so we have 5 parts to that, right? So you're going to upload your information and settings. Now, when I speak about this, I want to just touch on the fact that YouTube is a search engine. I can't stress this enough. YouTube is a search engine. And so
I'm so glad you said that. We can go home now, girl. Let us know what your PayPal is so we can drop something in there. Boom. It's a search engine.
It is. It really is. And if used as such, listen, the success that you can achieve is limitless. Literally.
You guys, limitless.
Right? So you want to make sure that your info and settings, it's really important. You want to make sure that you are actually, so this is the brain of the entire operation, because this is where you're putting your description, your tags, your titles. All of these things are what YouTube picks up when someone searches for dry, brittle hair or acneic skin. This is what they pick up, 1. And 2, in info and settings, one of the biggest things, and if you ain't take nothing home today, what I want you to take home, we home, right? One of the things that I want you to take into account is your thumbnails. It's one of the biggest parts of YouTube.
So very huge.
Yes. And let me tell you something. If you have a face on your thumbnail, it gets picked up even more. because it's connections, guys. It's a visual connection, right? So I want to see, I don't know if you guys recently saw Destiny, I don't want to butcher her last name, Go Lightly, because you know we have clickbait going on YouTube, but recently she created a thumbnail. She's consistent, beautiful videos, beautiful content, everything. But what she did was she edited her thumbnail where she showed her face with no makeup, but she really butchered her face. Like she really added some extra effect, dark circles. And so she was bashed for it because now it was like a thumbnail clickbait. And she came out and said, it actually showed me what you guys like. You want to see this drama, right? You want, like, the amount of views that video got, like, I'm talking about main media picked it up, like, seriously.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had been creating, but I'm telling you, a thumbnail can change your entire game. And the beauty about thumbnails is you can go back and update them. YouTube is forgiving like that. You can go update an old video. And this is in the info and settings section. You can go upload the title, the tags, the description, everything, right? So that's the beauty of it. YouTube is forgiving like that. But your thumbnail, listen, is everything. Right? Now you'll move into editing and adding audio. And I would recommend that you do that inside of your editing software. I don't recommend, I feel like when I do that in YouTube, my content the quality drops like a lot. So I don't recommend you editing in there, right?
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because it really, your content goes down to zero, like pixelated, like and you don't want that. You want your content to be up quality, right? Your end screens and annotations, YouTube is always working with us. The thing about YouTube is, and I want to just say, last year or the year before, I got an email that I thought was really weird, and I thought it was a scam. And so, but I answered. I answered it, and it was actually YouTube reaching out to me. So they wanted me to come to DC for an event. It was pretty cool. Like I got invited to YouTube Space. It was an awesome event. I met other YouTubers.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. And when I got there, I sat in there and I realized this is a job.
Oh yeah. It hits you. You're like, oh, this is how I can get my money. Oh
yeah, and they were dealing with us like that. Like this is work. Like where are your tax forms? Like it was dead serious, like an orientation. And that's when I realized, this was like 2 years ago, I think. And that's when I realized how serious. And so I was able to work with a YouTube partner. So I do have a YouTube partner that I work with consistently and things. And it's crazy because it's a job. They treat it like that. And so they do things in our best interest all the time. So YouTube is awesome like that. So they update stuff. So recently they updated the end screen and annotations so that you're able to actually, your call to actions are stronger. You're able to keep someone on your channel even longer.
Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. And the annotations now are they work on mobile.
Isn't that awesome?
Which I love because I used to be like so bummed that you couldn't click on it.
Yes.
That you feel kind of take a young thug down.
Right. And you could also use your subtitles and what's that caption? Geez, Maddie, what's that word? CC. What's the CC for? Caption.
Closed captions.
Closed captions. There you go.
I lost it too. I said,
right? And closed captions. So if you want your videos to be found even more, like, what you can do is actually upload each word that you say. So you have your video transcribed. That's an option as well. It definitely helps with the SEO of your video, right? So that's an option as well. And so those are the 5 screens that you will go through when you're uploading, right? And then you move on to your promotion screen. Sorry, there is no promotion screen, but it's something that is an essential part of my video creation process. I don't care if your video was created years ago, it needs to be on autopilot because it can help someone today, right? Yep. A lot of videos that we search for something for, we'll realize, oh, this was created in 2014. So you gotta look for a more updated one, or regardless, like, listen, promote your content. And Maddie stresses on this a lot, which is really awesome. Like, she got me into scheduling my content because listen, she schedules like no other.
It's important, man. It's just like, it's because even like promoting your content is a separate job. Like creating it is a job, promoting it is a job.
Definitely.
And there's no point of creating if you're not going to promote.
Trust me. The word. Right. So guys, I'm not sure why you're here today. And it might be because you're tired of dreaming about starting a YouTube channel to supplement your brand, blog, or business, right? It might be because you don't want to wait anymore and you're ready to join other hungry influencers who have already invested in themselves and their businesses, right? Or you're just tired of waiting to figure this all out and you're ready for guidance from someone that does it every day. Like, we live for content creation. That's what it's about. Right? So now is the time for you to make a choice on how frustrated you really, really are. You can continue to try to figure all of this out by yourself by piecing all sorts of content together. Like even with the blueprint I gave you guys today, that's like everything right there, right? So you're guessing you don't want to continue guessing your way through, figuring out if you're doing it right. Am I not right? Right? So you can also continue wasting time and wishing to begin creating content that will have your audience coming back for more. That's the goal. Like Maddie and I said, it's about connections, right? Now, or you can also learn with a professional, right? You can learn with professional guidance. You can learn with tools that help me and other influencers create strategic content daily. You can invest in taking your business to the next level by skipping that I'm going to figure this out stage, because we've all been there and we haven't done anything, right? You can also have access to real proven work material and the accountability of a team of content creators who are building foundations to completely kill it in their industries. So I've created a special bundle for you today, and I'll tell you that my video visuals to residual course, I know it's worth $397. I know, or even more, right? I also have a video pro planner tool that I know is worth more than $97. I know that. And you're going to have access to a private Facebook group. And the value in that group, I mean, you can ask anyone that is in that Facebook group that's in the chat right now, ask them where they were before joining that chat and where they are now in their businesses. I mean, the clarity is insane. I don't even have to, you can ask them, right? So you are going to get access today to the visual to residual bundle. And it's a course for aspiring influencers, bloggers and vloggers who are looking to create residual income or opportunities through video and YouTube, right? So this bundle also includes, like I said before, the ultimate video planning tool, which is for influencers to boost their YouTube views, subscribers, and channel engagement in 60 days. Like this thing is exactly what I use. I put my brain into a tool, basically, right? So you'll have access to that as well. And you'll also have access to other amazing influencers on your journey. I mean, starting with support is one of the best things that I did when I first started investing, because then you're able to actually have the support of having a group of people who understand exactly what you're going through. Why do this alone, right?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helped me. So if you want to know how much this is, so far, you're probably, sitting there trying to do it yourself. You're procrastinating. You haven't been, doing it at all, right? And I know other people charge thousands, right? But I've personally invested so much money in this, and on top of the 7 years of figuring it out myself, like, what am I really going to do? What am I going to talk about? What I'm going to offer. But if you sign up today, you get this bundle valued at $991, right? For all that I just mentioned, the video visuals to residual course, $397, that pro planner, $97, and access to that private Facebook group, $497, for only $197, right? So this deal ends tomorrow. Right. So you should definitely take advantage of it.
This is insane.
Yes.
Just the planner tool alone to me
Yes.
isn't even worth $97. I'm like, you could definitely you put a 2 to that, and it really is worth that. Planning tool is so key, you guys. And I'm telling you, until you properly learn how to plan out not only the content you want to create, but then plan out how you're going to approach the process, how much time you're going to give yourself, how much content, in fact, you are going to batch. You're not going to get it. It's going to be inconsistent. You're going to be like, yeah, I just need this one more light. I just need to get the ring light. I just need to get the umbrella light. I just need to do this. Oh, well, I don't know if I like the name of my YouTube channel.
Right.
And you're going to keep on because you don't have the actual tools that you need to execute. And I'm telling you, I think that we're all familiar here, and I do master classes and stuff like that, but not in 2017 is there going to be a more valuable piece of content than video. And I'm telling you, if you can get in this now, you need to get into it right now. I mean, there's no return on any other kind of content like video, you guys. This is really huge. And I mean, this is a price point that is like beyond reasonable, beyond reasonable.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
For real.
I know I like got flack from coaches, like, like, are you really, there's nothing else out there like this. Are you really going to sell this for this price point? And so, yeah,
Listen, click that button right underneath this video and do yourself a favor. For everybody who said they felt like a Nicole, you guys should be clicking this button now and figuring out like, okay, let me go ahead and get this. Because I love what Zaylee said in the beginning. You're doing the work. Right? Like, you're literally, with everything that we gave you guys right now, you can take even just what you got from this webinar and start applying it. Just that 5 steps that she gave you, let alone what she's going to give you guys in the video planner tool, what she's going to give you at visuals to residuals. I mean, I love that, because it's like, guys, you don't need millions. You don't even need hundreds. You don't even need tens of thousands of followers to make money. You know what I mean? If you are just consistent and you make the connection with the audience that follows you, honestly, you really can turn things around in 90 days, in 6 months from your YouTube channel, for sure.
That is so true. And, the awesome thing about this course is that it takes you through that entire process, but it breaks it down. You don't know how to edit. I have in-depth editing videos there. I have recording videos. I have even the crazy thing about this course is I have went through this with students, and they've actually found their audience for their business, not only for YouTube, for their actual businesses through the materials in this course. So if you are a bit confused about that as well, listen, this is going to break it down completely for you. I'm talking about you're going to walk away creating consistently, because the beauty of it is that in today's bundle, you're also getting access to that tool. That Pro Planner does not come with this, right? So you're getting access to that as well. And that's one of the keys to keeping you consistent and smart, like creating smart content that's really for a specific person, a specific audience, right? So that's the beauty of it. Let me get back to
yes, I'm gonna go in this chat too, because I also, for whatever reason, Chantel said that we're fire. Yeah, she said, ladies, that is crazy. I've worked with Zaylee one-on-one, and trust me, it wasn't $197. That video planner is worth. That's what I said. I was like, she out here playing. I was like, that planner tool. I would be like, girl, you thought this planner is $197. You want anything else? It's gonna be $497 for me.
She really did. Like, yeah. She really did. Like, yeah,
it's so good. And Ginger said, I was a dried up troll, and now Zaylee's tool helped me water my talents again.
I am done with you, Ginger. Wait, I need to
I'm like, where's the block button? How do I block Ginger? Because what I can't do is that today. Yes, it is popping in here, Sebastian. All social media platforms have been transitioning to a focus on video. Yeah, I mean, it's not even transitioning. The focus is already a video. Yes. Like, if you knew the tens, almost hundreds of millions of dollars that Facebook is putting into to Facebook Live. I mean, video is huge, but YouTube is still king because it is a search engine and it is on demand. You know what I mean? How do you promote on other platforms and drive to your YouTube? I find that people often watch and share within one platform, but don't go to my YouTube to subscribe. Are you telling them to subscribe? Because I think that is
huge.
That seems like such a simple thing that people like. I tell you, like, when I tell you to go to my podcast, you know, I'm like, go listen and subscribe to my podcast. Like, I'm very, like, I think
have to tell people,
like, stop trying to be cute and be clear. Girl, subscribe to this channel. Not, oh my gosh, check it out and let me know what you think. No, listen, if you let me know what you think, great, as long as you subscribe. That's what I need.
Definitely.
You know, you just got to be really clear. So I would try just being that black and white and that clear. And I think you'll be amazed that you'll see, you know, the results you want, that people will in fact start subscribing.
Definitely, definitely. And I can actually take you guys through, you can ask questions, but I can actually take you guys through the back end of what the planner looks like. It's very like, it can be used, I'm going back to sharing my screen, right? Like, like, girl, you already playing with Mr. Google.
You know, Google will be like, oh girl, you thought.
You done did enough. Let me see. So I can actually show you guys what the planner alone like looks like. So you can imagine what the course itself looks like. Sorry, I have you guys here. So this is, so the planner is in parts. And so the way I work is with quarters. So when we first start off, I do everything with a goal in mind, right? And you want to, every quarter I ask myself, well, what's the purpose of my YouTube channel, right? Are you guys seeing this? No? Yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Girl, I was over here agreeing with you and I'm on mute. I'm like, yes, yes.
So I ask myself, what's the purpose? And sometimes we have to come back to that regardless. Sometimes we lose track. Like we get to March and we're like, well, what are we doing again?
For sure.
So this brings you back. And so this is for every single quarter. So you get, this is fillable. So you can either use it on the computer or you can print it out, whatever. I have students who use it like, you know, just for, I have students who print it out and use it. Some people love writing. Me, I love having my content because I use Adobe, which I do advise, and all of this information is inside of the planner information itself. And I could use Adobe on my phone. A lot of times I just, you know, am in bed like, okay, so let me plan out this new YouTube video. So your planner also includes steps, right? So these guys, there is nothing else out there.
Yeah,
like I'm serious.
Buy now, button now. I'm like, I can't believe that. The fact that she's even showing you guys this,
right? That you're actually seeing what you're gonna get. When I say this planner is gonna keep you consistent, you can create up to 12 videos a month using this planner, and you want to get consistent with your YouTube content because when YouTube sees that you're serious, they will give you everything. They will give you subscribers. Dead serious.
And let me tell you something. I'm telling you, even just with like hundreds of views, like I'm not even talking about thousands. Like your Google AdSense will drop you off a little $75, a little $100 that you didn't have. And I don't know about you. I like extra $75 or $100.
I mean, think about it. Your ring light is $200. So if you're consistent for 2 months,
you're consistent for 2 months, you know, your YouTube channel pay for the ring light itself.
I'm just saying. So the planner actually breaks it down by weeks. And the way I like to do it is, I don't know why I can't see. Okay. So the way that I like to do it is I like to, of course, my computer is like doing its own
slowing
thing.
down.
Yeah. It's like, girl, you're doing too much. The way that I like to do it is I like to actually, and this is crazy because this is for my head wrap video. So you're actually going to see how I went about creating it, right? And so I like breaking down my ideas for the entire month. So I listed like 5 to 10 videos. I put the dates that I wanted to get it done by, and you actually see that I have done in process and things like that, right? Wow. And so whatever I don't do, I move it over to the next month. Cool. But I break it down into 4 weeks. Sometimes we have 5 weeks, right? And so step 1 of each video is your general idea, right? Your purpose, that's so important. Like I'm talking about, you can write this stuff out or you can type it in here like I do. What are you going to talk about in this video? Are you going to list your points? What are you going to do? This is just the planner, guys. This is not even the course, right? And so
I don't understand if you ain't pressed that buy now button because it's like the tea. It's the tea. It's the cup. It's the saucer. It's the sugar. It's the cream.
It's the meal, girl. So you want to know what type of video you're creating. Keyword search, I teach this in depth inside of the course, is essential. You must know, like I see a lot of people just tagging one word. That's not how we search. We search full sentences, how to tie a head wrap, and that's what has your video on autopilot.
So good.
Okay, and so your video title, and that's why I focus on these things. I want you guys to focus on your description, and so I keep a standard description that I copy from forum to forum because I want to be able to just, you know, have strategic links that people can go to, how they can find me.
For sure. I have this in a Google Doc, so I love that you have it here. You just copy and paste.
Yep. You just copy and paste it. And guys, the planner is plug and play. When I say you can actually select it, copy it, and paste it into YouTube, what? It's that simple.
Huge.
Right? And then you have your notes. So this, it's like, for me, also what I do is I write blog posts in here. You can see that I use this myself, right? This is another video that I'm coming out with. Basically, when I'm done, I can take this and just paste it into my blog content, right? And so also what I do is I have a full calendar in there. So you're able to.
Girl, you are about to make me holler on this young hangout on this young YouTube live.
Right. So you can definitely go back. Like, okay.
And
so
I have access to the course and I have access to the planner as well. But I'm about to be printing this out. I'm gonna have it on Instagram.
Right. So I wanted to take you guys on the back end of, and that's me being transparent. I'm actually showing you guys, girl, if I cut this thing off, I'm actually showing you guys exactly what it is. That's me being transparent and showing you guys exactly what you're going to be. That's just the planner.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's awesome, man. That's exciting. Well, let's see if we have any questions from anybody. I know that Chantel said, yes, consistency and proper planning is what I need. Exactly. Raven bought the planner today. And she says she's going to go, she might go print hers off tonight. I'm telling you, it's lit. So does anybody have any questions before we wrap things up?
Let me know.
I know we're on that little delay, so only me and you have heard that question.
Right? Let me see.
And I know you can see how many people are still live. So.
Oh yeah, I can. Let me check that. 71 people. Where y'all at?
Yeah. A little comment.
Right.
Wait, you can buy just the planner? I believe that
you can.
You can just buy the planner. Okay, yes, you can just buy the planner. Yep.
But I mean, for only one something more, like you get all of that.
Yeah, I mean, the planner is $97 itself.
Yeah.
If you can get the course and if you get 2 more things for just pretty much double the price, it's like.
Sarah, that software was Filmora. So I'll put it into the comments. And I actually have in-depth Filmora tutorials. I mean,
yeah, I think that's the thing about the course that you guys need to understand as well. Like, you're going to get, obviously, the planner is incredibly valuable, but I think what you need to know is that the course teaches you how to properly use the planner as well and walks you through these 5 steps that she took us through and outlined for us here today. But she walks you through all of that. So you know how sometimes you're confused, oh, this is probably what she meant. When you leave, visual to residuals, you're completely clear on what she means,
Definitely. Ginger asked, what advice would you give about collaborating with other brands? What number of subscribers should you have before approaching them in YouTube? Ginger, I would say your content quality has a lot to do with that as well. Like I said, I'm approaching 4,000 and I get approached all the time to work with brands, but it's because of the quality of content that you put out. So I would say, the thing about it is, people want to know what you've accomplished. Views are a huge thing, even if you might have, and views are bigger than subscribers. So you might have more views on a video. You have to put the things that you can really stand on out there. You're basically marketing yourself, right? I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm saying it, but if you can pick out your accolades and actually let a brand know, why they should work with you, or Maddie, I know you might have even more information on collaborations.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think you hit the nail on the head. It is really about the quality of content, and I think it is about the value you offer. So I don't really think there's no magical number answer that I can give you, right? It really is about, I wouldn't be approaching anybody if you in fact are not consistent and you're, you know, you aren't proud of the content you've been creating. You know what I mean? So yes, none of us are perfect. And so, you know, even though I feel like I make high quality content now, I can nitpick and be like, this could have been better. But you know when you feel good about your work. So I would definitely be approaching people once you're consistent and your quality is good and people are responding to it.
So true. And Ginger, you create awesome content. Like, girl, just start creating some more and start sending it out. Definitely, because you know, you have awesome content, and it's about marketing yourself. Wanting to do that. Thanks for the advice. Okay, Ginger. I don't know who you're talking about, girl.
Yeah.
And even Nicole, I don't know if Nicole is in here still. She will tell you that she has gotten paid cute coins, honey, for her video content.
Yeah, I wish you guys knew how long this YouTube coin is.
Right?
You wouldn't have even blinked at that 197. That YouTube coin is.
It really is.
I mean, you're almost offended. You're just like, wait, what? Suggestions on juggling it all. Getting videos up and running will take a lot, especially if starting from scratch. How do you ensure you don't neglect your other content streams? I think it is about proper planning, right?
It really is.
Daily can build on that, but I think it is. It's just more work. So it is in fact harder, and you don't neglect on your other content streams. One, by deciding not to, and then planning properly. So I think that's why, you know, the planner is so key, and having a full process, which I think that's really, if I am breaking it down, the planner is great, right? So you have the video planner tool, but the actual course is the process, right? And you guys know what I said, like having a plan is cool, but a lot of you guys have plans out there and you're still inconsistent because you ain't got no process.
That's exactly what it is. You got to have
a planner for 97, but then you have the planner just sitting there because you don't have a process to execute. I'm gonna grab my charger. My laptop's now red.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, definitely. So the crazy thing is, Ayanthia, I use video content as my base content, and then I create other content around that. And so you're able to chop up your video into, you know, bite-sized pieces. You're able to, like you saw in the planner, what I do is, when I actually start planning that video and the points I'm going to speak on, that's how I actually even create my blog posts. You know, like I expand on that. So it starts with a base of video, but you know, you're able to always lead someone back to that goal of like, that's the way it works. Like, and that's why I appreciate video content so much. Think about even like chopping up your content for Instagram. Video is so powerful, and that's the only reason why all of these platforms are moving back to video content, right?
Yeah. Nicole says she used the video planner for a recent video about natural hair loss and birth control with her friend Tiffany. That was the first time she actually sat down and thought about the message she wanted to deliver to her audience, and that video has the most comments to date. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, you know, like not to sound like a 93-year-old woman, but you know, like it's not magic, right? It is about doing the work. It is about that proper planning. It is about thoroughly going through the process. And that process is what got Nicole that, you know, it's not by accident that has the most comments.
Right. And that video, Nicole, was so in depth. Like it was, and it's something that will be searched over and over. Like it wasn't a really good video. Like I said, Nicole she does not have a lot of subscribers, but she's gotten paid a cute coin for some video content, girl. Right. Wow. She has definitely been through my coursework and, you know, all of that. Let me see. Subscriber counts are cute, but channel views are dope as well. Yes, they are, Raquette. Definitely.
Yeah. Ginger said, don't buy the planner and allow dust to collect on it. Whip it out regularly and do the work. You will see the results. Remember, I was a dry troll at making videos, and now no more, darlings.
I am so
true. Listen, Listen, Ginger, I mean, I don't know how else, what other testimonial you need.
Let me see. Krishinda said, you said the video tags should be how we would search in a search engine, not just one word, just making sure I heard right. Krishinda, what happens is we have different types of tags in YouTube. So we have compound tags. We have, single word tags. So it's different tagging. I do go in depth into that in the course. Right. So you're able to actually see what kind of tags get searched first, where you should put what different tags. It really, really it really and truly makes a difference. Like inside of that course,
really
I actually
does.
even show you how I was able to show up number 2 on, the Google search page through video content with certain topics.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, it is, I don't even think people realize how important those tags are.
Really are.
I'm on a YouTube network, so the network was actually able to walk me through that.
Yeah.
And actually, I will tell you this, what Zaylee is actually showing you guys is what YouTube networks actually show their clients, who they represent. So for me, what she gave you, they've actually built a software. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I go in there and do tags, basically that software will tell you, it'll give me 1 star up to 5 stars.
Right.
So I don't, I keep on putting in tags until I hit 5 stars. Same thing with my headline. You know what I mean? Same thing with my description. So those things that she's giving you, like, I didn't even have access to that kind of stuff until I got signed on to a YouTube network. Right. So incredibly valuable, because like, this is not stuff like that's not even something available for purchase. Like what I'm talking about, you can't go out and buy. Like that's something, you know what I mean, that's exclusive to this, network that is owned by the Huffington Post. You know what I mean? So very extensive,
So true. I saw that Pamela put that she hasn't officially launched a YouTube channel, but after today, she's definitely doing so. Pamela, this course takes you from the start. So that's the awesome part. I also see that Kenya asked, I saw a download on their site. Is it free? Yes, Kenya, it's free for a certain amount of time. So you can actually download it and see if you like it. And then I have in-depth videos. I'm talking about, I broke everything down in Filmora. So you can actually even do that. Even if you want to create courses later on, you can record your screens, and Final Cut can't do that. You can record your screen in Filmora. And let me tell you something. I started using Filmora when I first started recording. And I loved it. I just felt like, well, girl, I need to take this step in Final Cut Pro. But I definitely still use it to record, because I create a lot of content that's screen recorded for my courses, classes, and coaching sessions. So definitely it just works for everything, right? Yeah. Diola asked, will this help you with your blog? Diola, if I tell you that video comes up before written content in search, that definitely answers your question. And for me, what YouTube did is it gave me a bigger audience. So yes, you're sitting there writing your heart out on your blog, but if you want to increase your traffic, really lead people back to have a consistent flow of traffic going back to your website, create strategic YouTube videos. And then you're able to guide those people to the gold that you have to offer on your blog. And I mean, why not have a blog post with a video attached? People respond to different types of content. So if someone is, someone likes a video, someone likes reading something written, they have a plethora of options on your website, girl. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Not at all. Not at all. I think a lot of people also underestimate like how you can just pretty much repurpose on YouTube, and I'm sure
and I teach that in the course. I teach you how to chop it up and break it down.
Yeah. But I mean, it's really not this like crazy notion, to like take what was on your podcast and make it, or even take what was on, your Periscope and you saw the questions that you got from it and create a YouTube video from that as well. So I think it really is about repurposing, and there's so many different ways to do it. But yeah, I mean, because especially if it's a search engine, really you should really be putting on YouTube is answers. If it's a search engine,
basically, and a lot of people don't, yeah, Ginger, QuickTime does record, but I love Filmora even more than QuickTime. So if you're hearing me say that, girl, it's true. But definitely It's crazy. Like definitely, like Maddie said, like breaking down your content like that. You can put it like think about it. If you have a YouTube video, you can break it down for Instagram, break it down for Twitter, break it down for Facebook. And I'm talking about you can use this same one video like 5 times if you have 5 points in there.
Yeah.
And you're leading these people back to your YouTube video, to your blog. For me, I put that video into my blog and then I lead them to my blog itself. So that's even more traffic. If I can show a brand what my traffic looks like because of video, girl.
Yeah.
Right? How do you go about making connections with other bloggers? You know what, Harvest? I have an awesome group. Maddie has an awesome group. Maya has an awesome group. Like,
I just kind of feel, there's so many like Facebook groups, and then like you do have to actually like go to physical places to see other human beings. I know that sounds crazy, but you do have to make that time, you know, like physical connection is really important. Getting involved in Twitter chats. I mean, I think there's so many opportunities between Facebook groups and Twitter chats where you can really connect. And not just sitting there. I think even this, you know, I think webinars like this, I think, you know,
awesome place to connect.
Awesome place to connect. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're leaving here, like, hey guys, this is my Twitter, this is my IG and stuff like that. So it's really important, you know?
Definitely. That support that you are going to get for $197. And that's why I have that as the highest price point. That support is like no other. Like I said, even like you looking for perfection, girl, I broke so many people out of that. Like when I say I'm waiting for you guys to create a video and post it into this group, girl, you would not believe the breakthroughs I had where that was concerned. So definitely, I got people who were camera shy, afraid to. Where's Aspen? Aspen does not like video, and I have Aspen on video all the time, even live video. So definitely, you looking for that perfection, which is keeping you back. Definitely that support in that group of influencers who are really committed to doing this. And me, girl, I'm a workaholic. So I'm in there like, listen, we gonna get this done and we gonna get out there because the goal is happiness at the end of the day, you know? And so if you know that this is gonna make you happy and help you take care of your family, get you to a place of happiness. I mean, some people are happy with their 9-to-5s and stuff like that, but if you can start creating something that's gonna get, you know, and I just left your industry. I want to say industry, should I? With locks. And it was one of the reasons why I was able to build so quickly because that's a really concentrated topic. And you have an amazing audience already. So you just need to start creating, girl. Just get it going.
Get to creating, man. Get to creating.
Yep. Yeah. Pamela, yes, this course starts you from scratch. So it would definitely be an amazing option for you.
Kenya says, I have a DSLR, but I haven't fully learned how to use it. I record with my iPad. Is that okay? Or should I be using the real deal equipment? I mean, I would definitely, if you do have a DSLR, I mean, I would definitely like take the time out to learn how to utilize that. Just because, I mean, I don't know if you use it for photography or if you just have it like sitting down just because you don't know how to use it. But I just kind of feel like even if you just YouTube searched, you know, the camera that you have, the make and model, I think you really could find out how to use it and use it, you know, use it to your advantage.
So true. Yeah, Maddie just killed that question. Chantel asked if I start a YouTube channel and I don't have a blog, should I collect an email list to let people know of the launch? Yeah, definitely. Definitely let them know. Like there are free email lists like MailChimp, which I don't like, but you know, you can start there. It's free. Another great one that I know Erica definitely recommends. I don't know if Erica is still here, but it's called MailerLite. That is really good. They're like an upgrade. Like they're like a ConvertKit baby, and it's free.
What's it called?
MailerLite, girl. They had me thinking twice. Like ConvertKit. I love ConvertKit, but you know, MailerLite, it's pretty cool. Their landing pages are pretty. So definitely, Chantel, if you're still here, yes, they have free landing pages too. So definitely start collecting those email addresses, right?
Very important. It seems like some people were leaving, so they said thanks. Such a great webinar. Thanks, Courtney. Thanks so much, ladies.
Courtney, you're here. Courtney has an amazing audience. She is just
Yes.
killing it in the influencer world. Courtney, thanks for coming.
I know. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think I kind of feel like we got through these questions. I'm like,
I know, right?
I'm like, man, you know, Q&A always like, I love it, but I'm like spinning by the end. I'm like, wait, what's happening?
I actually do have like thumbnail creation and stuff inside of that course too, Latoya. So I see that you said when you do get better at your graphics. So girl, if you have step-by-step how to create a thumbnail in Canva, or I even cover your channel art, girl, I cover everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I cover that too. But definitely. Yeah, Maddie, I think we
did it. I think we did it here. Good night, all. Yes, thanks, Sam. I'm sharing this with everyone and their mama. Miss ladies are awesome. Thanks so much for doing this. Awesome. What seems like we're wrapping up here. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Sam. We really appreciate you. Raven said this was great. Thanks, man. We're so excited you guys were here. Yeah, make sure you share your sites and, you know, your social handles with everybody, you know, so you guys can connect and follow each other. Of course, you can follow Zaley everywhere, if I'm not mistaken, at Zaley Barclay on social. And then the site is The Zaley Show.
No, I changed over to, it's so crazy because I didn't even know you were changing. Yeah, and I changed like 2 weeks ago. And then you came up with that thing. I'm like,
little cocoon, sorry.
No, it's just that we just communicate without even knowing it.
It's not The Zaley Show anymore.
No, it's zaleybarclay.com. And it's so crazy. Like we were just communicating without communicating.
It was time, man. It was time. It was time. But yeah, you guys can find her everywhere at Zaley Barclay and ZaleyBarclay.com. And with me, pretty much the same thing. I'm the Maddie James everywhere on social, and of course, MaddieJames.com. But we really appreciate you guys. And again, if you want to get this special bundle, which you absolutely should be getting, if in fact you are serious about video content and you're done being inconsistent and having the excuses, then get into that bundle. You guys have until midnight tomorrow.
Yes. So thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one. And, you know, if I don't talk to anybody, you guys have a great weekend.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.